What's up, world? Welcome back to Cancel Thoughts. It's your boy Better Days here. A little over a year ago now, I made a video covering the Dailywire situation and the layoffs that they were kind of having right around that time, especially since a lot of people kind of were conflicted about what was going on, and some people in my comment section were saying things like, oh, this is just restructuring, and they were drinking that Kool-Aid, and I was saying, no, guys, the Dailywire is dead. And I want to make this video today just because I want to follow up on that situation, because we just found out that the Dailywire just did even more widespread layoffs, and it was about like 50% of the company is what is being reported or whatever. But I want to show you guys this clip from Candace Owens' YouTube channel really quick, just talking about the entire situation. Before I get into it though, guys, if I by the end of this video earn you guys a subscription, do me a solid and like the video and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a couple of seconds and it helps out more than you guys realize. That being said, let's get right into it.
Phone calls started coming in, emails started coming in regarding the Dailywire layoffs, which began, I am told, on Thursday, actually, continued through Friday. There's some indication they may actually be continuing through today. And it was an absolute bloodbath. Do not allow them to spin it. Okay, I'm talking entire departments, big people at the firm, lawyers at the firm, the chief operating officer, the executive vice president. Virtually the entire marketing department, the production team has now been reduced to a mere skeleton crew. No one was safe. Not even Ben's team was safe, marked safe from it. Even a director on his team was fired. It was brutal. I have counted approximately 54 people who lost their jobs from top to bottom. And that's just in this wave, because this has been going on, as we all know, for a while. The writing has been on the wall for a while. It has been very strange, the worst kept secret in media.
So that's an absolute fact, okay? A lot of people have been talking about this, and you know what? Before I even get into that, first and foremost, I feel for anybody who has gotten laid off, especially because a lot of people who get laid off in some of these companies, you're not necessarily responsible for the downfall of the company. It's usually management or leadership decisions that were made that usually leads to the falling or the death of a company, such as the Dailywire, and that's exactly what this was. People like Ben Shapiro are the ones who should be held responsible for this, and his company is going to die and is already dead, in my opinion, anyway. But the main thing that a lot of people were kind of like dancing around when I saw them reporting about this was the fact that this entire thing has been happening since Candace Owens left, since Brett Cooper left. You can't lose talent like that and just expect everything to go on as normal. Then, in addition to that, you guys' main personality that was still there has seemed hell-bent on going on a crusade to support a cause and support a foreign country that right now at this moment is probably the most unpopular stance to have in this country right now, okay?
That's not even a question.
It's one thing for people in America right now to be doing great and economic times to be good and everybody is just prospering. Then you can be advocating for us giving billions of dollars to foreign countries or whatever, even though me personally, I think foreign countries should be able to take care of their own problems. You can be advocating for that. But right now, we are currently in the worst economic times that I think anybody in our lifetimes has ever seen. For you to be advocating for that simultaneously while people are struggling is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. And he has seemed hell-bent on continuing to talk about this, condemning anybody who comes up with any kind of logical stance against him, and denying any debates on whether or not this is a right thing, whether or not Israel should be destroying Palestine and what they've been doing in Gaza. It's just been blinders on. You guys either agree with me or you don't. And he's lost friends. He's lost allies. He has lost people, I'm sure, in his own company who have just been like, yo, we do not stand for this. We don't agree with this. And he's just been creating enemies left and right. And now it's coming home to roost.
Here's the thing. Theo Vaughn is a low IQ conspiracist. He has himself routinely propped up Candace Owens. He has lent credence to her insanity. And yes, Erica Kirk absolutely should sue the living hell out of Candace Owens for this sort of stuff.
Right,
Michael, I'll just ask you straight up. Is Candace Owens doing something evil by attacking Erica Kirk?
I think that it's wrong to attack Erica Kirk.
No, say the sentence with her name in it.
I'm not going to dance like a puppet for the podcast wars.
I think that what Candace Owens is doing right now is evil. It is evil what she is doing right now. Okay, and I say that again.
But what?
Because
like I didn't opine on whether it's evil or not, but my position is it's really none of my business. And
why is it? But I have a question. Why is it none of your business? I mean, you comment on these things for a living.
I'm not mother of the internet.
No, but
Who are you to try to tell somebody else what should and shouldn't be their business? If somebody doesn't want to talk about something, just because you care about said thing doesn't mean somebody else has to care about it. It's just, this is something that really pisses me off, even just aside from this. There's this idea that everybody has to comment on every single thing on the internet if they're an internet personality or whatever, and that's just not the case.
At all.
If you care about something, no problem. Feel free to go and talk about said thing. Have your own YouTube channels or whatever. If you're somebody who likes to be outspoken, go talk about it. Nobody is going to stop you. But when you try to compel other people to have the exact same opinions that you have, especially when you yourself are unwilling to actually debate people who have the opposite opinion on the stance that you have,
Shut the fuck up.
be completely quiet. You cannot claim moral authority or moral high ground on any of this stuff, especially when people who actually have a stance and actually are knowledgeable on this topic want to debate you and you've been avoiding them. You are not the arbiter of moral virtue, okay? And everybody's been seeing through this, and that's why the numbers for your entire YouTube channel has been plummeting over the last 2 years. Like, it's ridiculous, bro.
But if this were on the left and somebody were accusing Charlie Kirk of his wife having murdered him, I assume that you would be talking about it.
Is that what Candace is accusing Erica of?
Yes. Of course,
False. That was a bold-faced lie, and you lied to somebody who at the time you considered your friend. Listen, you cannot build your platform on facts over feelings, and then the minute somebody disagrees with you on something, your feelings get hurt, and then you start lashing out against anybody who disagrees with your stance. Like, that's one of the most hypocritical things I think anybody has ever seen. And right now, the Dailywire is suffering the consequences of that. And the people, again, I feel sorry for anybody who actually dealt with these layoffs or whatever, especially in these economic times. It's going to be really, really hard for you guys to find some sort of like new work. But listen, I hope everybody lands on their feet. But when you guys have a main guy like this who is just completely hell-bent on dying on this hill, you guys are literally, as a company, going to die on this hill, and that's what's happening right now before our very eyes.
the issue here is not just that Megyn Kelly has some questionable principles and has been programming directly into the Groyper right. It is that she remains a coward. Remember, this is still the woman who says she is friends with Candace Owens.
So no, Tucker Carlson, it is not an excuse to go silent on Candace's targeting of TPUSA, or to mirror her bullshit lines of questioning because you love Candace personally. The same holds true of Megyn Kelly.
So refute her bullshit lines of questioning. Like, it'll be very easy. I'm pretty sure she's openly asked you to debate her on these topics. Why aren't you debating her? You consider yourself to be this great debater. Like, it should be very, very easy. If you have such moral virtue and such moral high ground, you should be willing to debate anybody who wants to debate you on this topic.
I mean, it's just not normal. Ben trying to destroy me, trying to destroy Megyn Kelly. That means trying to destroy a former colleague and someone like Megyn Kelly, who he said was his friend. Ben seeking to publicly humiliate Michael Knowles, say her name. To use a biblical analogy, Peter thrice denied Jesus. But Peter was not Judas. We are naturally, as human beings, averse to the spirit of Judas. And that is what Ben Shapiro demonstrates, right? That he will break bread with people as he plots against them. That is a moral offense to which we cannot rally behind. Phone call.
I don't even necessarily think that's the thing. I think it's just the minute somebody disagrees with him, he considers them an enemy, okay? I'm not going to go as far as to call him Judas or whatever, because I don't necessarily think he was plotting their demise during the time. And maybe Candace might just be talking about her own experience here. I just think the minute somebody had a logical perspective of, hey, I don't really understand why America, who is a broke country already as is, infrastructure crumbling, fires that need to be put out everywhere, is somehow like beholden to sending billions and billions of dollars to this tiny little foreign country. And it seems like anybody who questions that is just like being condemned as some sort of anti-Semite or anything like that. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. Like, and explain to me how it makes sense if you're somebody who is on that side. We're now currently embroiled in a war that's destroying our country. We're not winning this war, by the way. No matter what anybody tells you on the internet about how America's doing great and we're safer now than we've ever been, we're not winning this war. This is one of the most, if not the most, unpopular war of our lifetimes, okay? People didn't like the Iraq war. People don't like this one. People don't understand why we're in it. It's just like, what's going on here? Iran was never a threat to America. We're in this war that's literally destroying our country and going to destroy our standing on the world stage over some tiny little country that most of us can't even point out on a map.
How does that make any sense?
And this isn't some like reflection on the Jewish people, because people try to conflate the two when you have a criticism of like the Israeli government over like, oh, you don't like Jewish people altogether. No. Like, most people love Jewish people. No, most people have no issue with Jewish people. Stop trying to conflate the two of, oh, just because somebody is Jewish means that they support the Israeli government. A lot of people in Israel right now don't even support the movements of the Israeli government. So, like, let's stop doing that bullshit and let's just start living in the reality of, guys, we need to start focusing on fixing our problems first. And if after our problems are solved, which right now we have more than enough of those problems to handle, then we can go out and try to help other people around the world, okay? But until then, we need to stop doing all of this nonsense and trying to virtue signal like we actually are the arbiters of moral virtue and we're the peacekeepers in the Middle East, when literally our involvement in the Middle East has led to the destruction of that region of the world. Like, let's just keep it a bug, okay? I'm going to leave it there, though, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought about this. And if you're somebody who is still, like, pro-Israel, which I find it very hard to believe that there are a lot of people who are, please explain to me why you guys are so averse to debating people on this topic. Because a lot of people are willing to talk to you guys about it, but when you guys start calling people names, which is one of the things that you guys claim to hate about the left, it just makes you guys look like hypocrites. But again, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you guys think. As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me on this video. You guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I really do appreciate you.
If you liked what you heard today, do me a solid and like the video, share the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Those things really do help out the channel a lot, guys. And if you didn't like what you heard, thanks for allowing me to occupy your time. Consider leaving a comment in the comments down below, letting me know exactly what it was that you disagreed with, and maybe we could talk about it. Either way, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for pressing play on this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.